Here I have pretty much the rest of the Jordans that I have. So Jordan 2s, Jordan 6s, a 7, some 12s, a few 13s, and the 21s that I made a video on. But yeah, um as far as Jordans, this is the rest that I have. I have had other Jordans in the past. I know I had the Lucky Green 2s, I had the um like cement gray twos or the cool gray twos. I don't know, whatever you call them, but I had the gray ones. Um, I had midnight navy sixes. As far as 13s, I had the obsidians and another pair of 13, the French blues. But all those other shoes I either lost in bets or I sold them. But yeah, this is just the rest of what I have, at least for now. I did have these in my UNC video, but yeah, these are the um Jordan 2 lows UNC. Um, I think most of these shoes here are worn. Um, I think all of them have been worn, so or not all of them. Those two have not been worn, but yeah, pretty much most of these shoes that I have here have been worn. So I guess that's better for some of you that don't like seeing unworn shoes. But then again, none of this stuff is really hype. Maybe those right there, but for the most part, these shoes aren't really talked about. Like if you like them, you like them. If you don't like them, you don't like them. I feel like with the other Jordans, you could get away with that, but with these, it's kind of like it's kind of hit or miss for people, especially these twos right here. A lot of people don't like the look of the twos. I like them. That's why I've had a total of 4 pairs. And I'm always open to more. You know, I know like I'm running out of space. At least the way I have it right now, everything's organized. It looks compact. You can't really tell I have all these shoes, but I feel like if I continue to buy more, it's just gonna look excessive. But the good thing that I'll be sending some of these out of state to another house, so that would free up space. And within the next year and a half, all these shoes will be in a new state, and my room will just look crowded with a whole bunch of shoes, which I'm happy about. I know. No, I'll get to the next shoe and I'll start talking some more after that. The next shoes I have here are the Chicago 2s. These are my favorite 2s that I've owned so far. I mean, Chicago colorway. I'm pretty sure these came with black laces. I just switched them to white. But yeah, I kind of just rotate between laces. If I could just open this up, maybe. If I could get rid of this. I don't like these things anymore. I don't know why I just kept them, but yeah, here are the black laces right there. And here are the Chicago 2s. I don't know. No, this was probably like the third 2 that I ever bought. I think the first ever Jordan 2 that I bought was the Lucky Greens, then the cool grays or cement grays, and then it was these, then it was those. But yeah, I like these a lot. I've worn them a couple of times. I know when I took them to school, my friends called them the Michael Jackson shoes, which I thought it was funny. Yeah, I just really like the look of Jordan 2s. Yeah, they said they looked like Michael Jackson shoes, and everyone laughed. I didn't really care though, because wear what you like. Don't let other people decide what you want to wear. But what I was getting into previously is that right now I'm 18. I live with my mom, and she's planning on moving back to Mexico, within the next year and a half. And after that, I'll be moving in with my sister in Utah. Currently, I'm in California. But with my mom, she's she gets very angry every time I buy new shoes. She has no idea the amount of shoes I have, but she knows I have a lot, and she can't really do anything about it. But she's always getting me in trouble. So I feel like, you know, obviously, I wouldn't want her to go back, but when she leaves, it'll definitely be a lot more easier for me to buy shoes, without having, my mom looming around me, telling me, oh, stop buying this, stop buying that. But yeah, pretty much, whenever I can, I'll be sending shoes to Utah. That's why I kind of want to get these videos over with. So I have, all of this stuff to record, and actually have them here on hand with me right now. But yeah, I'll just, later on in the future, it'll be a lot more easier, to get shoes without having to worry about my mom telling me stuff. But I totally understand it is a lot of shoes that I own, but it's my passion. It's something that I like to do. Next up, I have the Toro Bravo 6s. These were actually bought by my sister, and she bought these for me. So, I'm very thankful that she got them for me, because at the time I didn't have any money. And, I liked them. I kind of took me forever to decide if I wanted to get these or not. But I ended up buying them, and then the best decision I made in terms of these was changing the laces from red to black. In my opinion, the black laces just look amazing. I gave the red laces to, I don't know where, but I keep all my laces. If I don't like a lace on a certain shoe, I'll just take them out and give it to another shoe. So I think the red laces I gave to these shoes right here, but I'll get into those eventually. But yeah, these are very, very clean. I like it. Black and red, you can't go wrong with that color combination. But just with those red laces, like if you just search up a picture of these with the red laces, they look good, but they don't look as good as this. So I would definitely recommend you guys just kind of look at the differences. But I feel like changing these to red laces just really, really kind of exceeded these in my eyes. It made them a lot better. I did wear these, I think, twice. But yeah, this is a very slept on shoe, at least with the lace swap. If it doesn't have the lace swap, the shoes they're good. But with these, the lace swap, the black laces, they look really, really good. Next up, I'll say probably the most popular shoe that's gonna be in this video. These are the Carmine 6s. Maybe these were no, the Midnight Navies were the first pair of 6s I owned. These might have been the second pair of 6s I owned. I'm pretty sure I have the lace up on them. I have black lace on them too. But the white laces are over there. They do come with white laces, but you know me, I like to lace up my shoes. And I really like the Nike Air. You can't go wrong with that Nike Air. I know the infrared 6s are releasing next year, so I'll definitely be picking those up whenever they release. But yeah, these are I'd say it's the most popular 6. It's either between these or the infrareds, but I mean, it's a good shoe. I like 6s. I know a lot with 6s, they're kind of hit or miss, but with the Carmines, I feel people just really like these in general. I just remember that another 6 that I had that I completely forgot to mention were the cool gray 6s. I did have those, so it's basically I had the Jumpman in the back, but everything where you see where there's red, it was just a gray, like a light gray color. I like those. I'm pretty sure I lost those in the bet to the same person. He's my coworker. He's gonna watch this eventually, but he has like 3 of my shoes. But I liked them, but it was kind of hard to match because I didn't really have anything to match with it. And like all my gray pants were like different colors, and it just kind of looked weird. So, I think that bet might have been like a Cowboy bet. I think I said that the Cowboys were gonna make it to like the NFC Championship, and they didn't, so I had to give up those shoes. But obviously, I don't plan on ever trading these away. I plan on keeping all the shoes I have right now. Like, I don't really feel like selling them. Maybe if any of the shoes I have re-release, I'll probably sell those old pairs, get a new pair, just to keep up with date and make sure all my shoes last longer. And then instead of cutting away, I'll just jump straight into the UNC sixes. Since I'm still talking right now, but yeah, these were the third sixes I bought, or actually I don't even know. I'm not even gonna say anything anymore because I forgot about those cool grays, and I probably had bought those before the Carmines. Yeah, let me just take this out. I did add black laces to these because of the black accents that the shoe has. I'll need this, but yeah, here are the UNC sixes. Let me just put that to the side. I don't know if I would do lace swap videos on these because it's just two laces. But yeah, it's just basically I'd say the Carmine color blocking, but wherever there was red, there's that UNC blue. It's a very nice blue. I really like this blue. And of course it has that this like thing in the back that all the college teams have, the team patch. There you go. But I know as far as I feel like with people, you always think of hypothetical situations all the time. And if there was ever a time where I could, collab with Jordan Brand, obviously it's highly unlikely, but nothing's impossible. I would definitely like take this UNC from these shoes, and I would make a Jordan 21 UNC with the same color as this. Basically, the red suede I'm going to show later, just flip that into a UNC blue. That would be, a collaboration of mine, if, I ever got the chance to do it. But, yeah, this is a really clean UNC. It's a new book, so, it's a lot more sturdy compared to suede, although getting both dirty is a little pain. I get these here dirty a little bit, but I don't know if you could really tell. But yeah, these are the UNC sixes. Another, I'd say, I don't know if it's a popular six. When it comes to sixes, people don't really talk about the UNCs. They prefer the infrareds or the Carmines. Up next, I have the Chambre 7s. I feel like this is a very slept on pair of Jordan 7s. But yeah, these are the only 7s I have, and in my opinion, these are, my favorite to come out. I think it's a very, no one talks about them. I feel like maybe the Raptor 7s are really nice. I think they come out next year. I hope they come out next year. Maybe I'll prefer those over these whenever they do decide to come out. But yeah, as far as 7s go, these are the only ones I have, and they are my favorite. But I do have different color laces on them. But I did have added a bunch. They came with regular black ones, but I added red ones. I believe these red ones are for the Toro Bravo 6s. I also added UNC laces because it has that baby blue, and then I kind of show you what the shoe looks like right now. But I kind of made them like a Raptor colorway with that blue that it comes with. Yeah, here are the other black laces. And then the color combination that I have right now is literally red with purple. So they look really good right now. I'll definitely do a lace swap video on these. This is a very underrated Jordan, as I mentioned already. But here are the purple laces, and yeah, I'll take out both shoes for these. But yeah, here are the Carmine Jordan 6. I'll just kind of hide this. But yeah, it looks really good. Let me just take out both of them. Yeah, let me just put this back. And yeah, here are the Carmine Jordan 7s. I know I was kind of interested in the citrus ones, but I feel like the suede on those are all kind of like beat up. So I just stuck with these. I did wear these once or twice. I don't even remember. But yeah, here's the shoe. As you can see, they look very unique with those red laces on them. Yeah, they just really look really clean. It's majority black shoe, but in my opinion, although it was kind of bland, majority black works. Especially because it has kind of the gray and those blue hints on the shoe, especially on this side. You could really tell on this side, but yeah, it's just very very solid. And the other pair is right here. These are, hold on, let me just kind of put these inside. Yeah, here's the other pair. It kind of looks like a black grape now that I think about it, because it has that purple and that blue. But yeah, there's the purple laces and the red laces on them. I know it's kind of like my own version of like a remix Raptor 7 with those laces on, but yeah, they're very clean. Yeah, no one talks about the Chambre 7s. They go for under retail. I bought these on sneakers. I kind of waited a little bit, but I mean, I could have just gone them for under retail, but it's okay. But yeah, here are the Chambre 7s. And next up, I have the Black Taxi Jordan 12s. These don't go for anything really. I think these are under retail. I did pay under retail for these, and they've been worn once, but yeah, they still look pretty much brand new. Yeah, 12s aren't really, they're not a hype shoe whatsoever. I know a lot of people like the flu game 12s. In my opinion, it's a good shoe, but not for me. I don't really like when these panels are multicolored. I don't like that for whatever reason, unless this was like suede. This kind of just throws me off. This little like I don't know what it is. Like, is it trying to be a snake skin or something like that? Yeah, I don't know what history about Jordan 12s. But yeah, this kind of throws me off with a lot of the colorways. That's why if it's just solid color, that's when I'll buy them. But yeah, I like the look on the back. I really like this tag right here. But yeah, I don't know when these came out. I'd say maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. But yeah, they're very nice. It's majority black. Jordan 12 with gold accents. The bottom is also nice. I really like this detailing in the middle. Once again, I don't know. I've never really looked into Jordan 12, so I don't know. What this trying to signify. Maybe like an animal print skin, something like that. But yeah, they're a good shoe, but once again, Jordan 12s are kind of really hit or miss with people. All right, next up is a more recent release. These are the Melo 12s. They're not UNC, they're Melo. But yeah, I picked these up, obviously at Foot Locker where I work, and I got that discount on them. Yeah, like I mentioned with the black taxis, I would only get a Jordan 12 if these two little panels right here are the same color. In my opinion, that looks really nice. I know sometimes they do switch up the material. If they switch up the material, then I'll be interested in those. But yeah, as long as it's this material, I won't be buying it unless it's the same color as that. Let me kind of just fix that. But yeah, these are the Melo 12s. Damn, oh fuck, oh they dirty. I haven't even worn them. Yeah, they're another very clean pair, just white and that UNC blue, or Denver Nugget blue, because it's not a UNC shoe. I know I was debating on adding these to my UNC video, but they're not technically UNC, although I mean, come on, it's literally the same color. It's that blue color, but yeah, it's not UNC. I feel like some people they do would consider these a UNC shoe, even though they're not. But yeah, it's a very clean. I like the those chrome hints to the shoe. It just brings it all together. Very nice. Yeah, here are the Melo 12s. Next up, I have, I believe, the Wolf Grade 13s. These were the first pair of 13s I ever bought. And yeah, they're very clean. That's why I wanted them. I've worn these, I believe, twice. With the 13s, they're kind of I don't know. I can't really wear these for extended periods of time because the last time I wore them was when I went to LA, and I probably had them on for a total of like 7 hours maybe, and my feet were pretty much killing me like halfway through. But yeah, that's actually no, I lied. I don't know why I said the first pair of 13s. I completely forgot. I'm pretty sure the first pair of 13s I had were the Obsidians, then the French Blues, then they were these. But as far as the 13s that I have currently, these were the first ones I had, just for these three only. Yeah, it's just a majority white shoe. I feel like a lot of these shoes are just majority one color. But yeah, they work. 13s are another shoe that are kind of hit or miss with people, but I like them in my opinion. They have that unique look, and I mean, yeah, I did get these at Foot Locker with that discount, so it's very nice. Yeah. Next up, I have the Black Cat 13s. I don't know if the camera, if my phone's been crooked for a good amount of this video, so I apologize for that. But yeah, it's an all black shoe. I got these recently on eBay. Let me just remove that. I'm just gonna remove that because it's already peeling away. I'll do that later. But I got these on eBay. I didn't even know, but I didn't read the description. There was no box on them. I still got them for a good price relative to what they resell for, but I could have definitely gone a little bit under if I knew that there was no box. It's in the description, but I completely looked over it. But I mean, like I said, Jordan 13s are here to miss with people, but I love 13s, so that's all that matters. And I really like the look of the shoe. I do like this kind of panel here, having those kind of white spots and then those laces. I feel like it really makes the shoe look really good. And it's not like, you can't really say it's fully black because it does have those white little hints to it. But yeah, it's a very nice shoe. It did come out in 2017, I believe, so it's a older release of the oldest release of 13s that I own currently. And here I have the black UNC 13s. These came out, I'd say, around the same time I started working at Foot Locker, so like late 2023. Was it 2023 or 2022? Damn, I already forgot. No, it would be 2022. Damn. Yeah. But I didn't buy these at Foot Locker because at the time I wasn't buying any any Jordans when I first started. I kind of bought my first pair of Jordans at Foot Locker probably like 5-6 months in, and these came out like within the first month or two that I started working there. But luckily, I did get these recently. Luckily, I did pay under retail for them. So it kind of all works out. Once again, eBay. eBay is very clutch in terms of people. If you want to start buying shoes, get into shoes, I really prefer eBay because you really get to talk to the people. And I'm a big negotiator. I've saved lots of money on eBay. And if I would have known about it prior. I think I did, but I never gave it a try for whatever reason. I have no idea. But if I were to turn back time, I would definitely just buy everything off eBay. And I definitely would have saved a lot more money because of the negotiating factor that you could, communicate straight with the seller. But yeah, these are very clean. Like I said, we had them, but I didn't buy them. But it all worked out because I still got them under retail. But yeah, here are the black UNC 13s. I mean, 13s, they're popular, but they're not popular. As far as like the first 14, they're definitely in the bottom bracket, in terms of popularity, and it's completely understandable. Ones, threes, fours, fives, 11s, sixes, even. Those are just the main Jordan shoes. But yeah, you can't go wrong with these. You know, Obviously I got these recently brand new on the retail, so I'm definitely be excited to wear these whenever I get the chance to. And I already made a video on these. These are the red Suede 21s. I kind of want to see how those wet spots dried out, because I did clean them a little bit prior to that video. I kind of just keep them right here because the box is freaking massive. But yeah, it's the oldest shoe that I own. These came out before I was even born. If I recall, it was February of 2006. Yeah, I was born in September of 2006. So yeah, these are definitely they're good. It's a really good shoe. It's improbable that these come out again because of the materials that was made, and it'll kind of be pretty much high in production cost. And Jordan brand, I feel like nowadays, or I feel most companies nowadays, they just try to maximize profits. So if it's gonna cost a lot to make something, they're not gonna do it, or they'll probably just figure out different ways to make it. So if it does ever, they do decide to re-release this, it's probably gonna be with worse it'll be worse quality. They'll use worse materials, and what these are made of, which were premium materials. But I'm always open to returns of the Jordan 21s. Whenever that does happen. But yeah, these are the last shoe that I have here. And if you want a more detailed look, a better look, I know the sun's kind of shining on them, I would definitely recommend watching my red Suede 21 video. Now I have all of them lined up for you guys. It's different compared to the other videos, because the other videos kind of just stick to a singular shoe. But as you could see, I don't have a lot of each shoe, at least not right now. I know I would have uploaded a video of these separately if I had those other colorways that I owned, even with the sixes, even with the 13s. But yeah, I kind of I've had other shoes as well, I just never mentioned them. But yeah, I have let go of some shoes. I don't plan on doing that anymore. I don't plan on selling any of these shoes anymore, at least not right now. Maybe in the future. But now that I have all these videos uploaded, I just want to kind of enjoy these shoes. Take pictures with them, with outfits and stuff. Post them on Instagram and things like that. But yeah, it's just 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, and 1. So yeah, it's kind of I only really want to make short little videos on them. I'd rather just have all of them together and get them over with all at once. But UNC Low, Chicago's, Carmine's, Toro Bravos, UNC, Chambre, Wolf Gray, Black Taxi, Black Cat, Melo, Black UNC, and Red Suedes. Yeah, this is just everything right here. And I have the other side of these shoes now. It's definitely gonna be interesting whatever happens on Reddit, because like I've mentioned before, I do post this like final lineup. I take pictures of it afterwards, and I posted on Reddit, and then I asked Redditors, what their favorite shoe in my collection is. Um, a thing that really doesn't make sense is I clearly state, you know, I write in the description or in the caption, what's your favorite shoe in my collection, not theirs, my collection, and a lot of people still decide to you know, type in a shoe that's not in my collection. Like, you gotta follow directions. I'm not gonna call them out on Reddit because I want to try to keep my Reddit page, clean. I know I did get flagged for a comment I made. So I'm already on alert on that. I already have warnings on Reddit, so I kind of don't want to start arguments and stuff. But it's just very not really frustrating because I don't really care. But it's definitely it's a weird thing. Now I have the front view of all the shoes. Another thing was that there's this guy in the comments that had seen on my previous post of all the other shoes, all the other ones, the threes, the fours, etc. He had seen my previous post of me just asking the people what's your favorite shoe in my Jordan 1 collection, my Jordan 3 collection, and he commented in my last post, which I believe was my entire Jordan 1 collection. And he's like, why don't you just take all your shoes all at once, take a picture, and then ask us then. And I replied to him, that's gonna be hell, taking, moving everything around, and it makes sense. I have a lot of shoes. If I want to ever do that, that would just take forever. I'll literally just have the entire living room, filled with shoes, and it wouldn't really make sense for me, especially because I am making these videos, and it's separate videos on these of my collection, so it wouldn't make sense. And I just replied, it would be hell to move everything around, and I kind of just flip these while I talk about it. But for whatever reason, people didn't like that response, and I got downvoted. That was like the first time I got downvoted on one of my comments. So they kind of turned their backs on me. It just left me confused as to why people did not like my comment and decided to downvote it. It's self-explanatory. I don't really know what I said wrong. I wasn't even aggressive to the dude. I didn't say anything bad about him. I just said it would be hell to move everything around. But for whatever reason, people didn't like that. It's really dumb. But yeah, this is the backside of all the shoes. Yeah, it really didn't make any sense. Some other dude replied to it, saying something stupid, but I don't even remember. I don't even want to, how do I say it? Like, get a forced reaction out of me, or I don't want to entertain his comment, but it was just so stupid. Yeah, like, I feel like a lot of people, they don't have as many, they don't have a whole freaking hoard of shoes. So it kind of they wouldn't understand, even with these, this is probably like the easiest ones to get every shoe because they're all kind of like packed together. But all my other Jordans, they're freaking like mixed around, under my bed in the closet. I have to like move stuff from that's in front of them, then take them out and put stuff back. So yeah, it's a whole thing, it's a whole fiasco. But yeah, I didn't really understand why people took offense to my comment response to that one dude. Yeah, let me just flip these so then I could just do my final ranking and close the video. I feel like with the last three videos, I've done a lot more yapping. I've been talking a lot more. That's why they're longer relative to the amount of pairs I have. But it's okay. I don't think you guys have a problem with that. I know some people have been telling me that music to the background of my videos, but with the length that they are, it's not really worth it, and I'm not trying to get copyright claim And pretty much most royalty-free music is absolutely trash. So yeah, that's kind of just last little look on all the shoes. But yeah, as far as rankings go, I would go number one. Let me see. I'm gonna not try lag on this because I'm recording this live, but I'd say number one would go to low key. I think I'm gonna go with the Chambre sevens. I know it's a wild thing to say, especially with those Carmines, but with those lace swaps, very unique. I really like the Carmine sevens. Those, I'll go with those as my number one. Number two, I would say the Carmine sevens. I mean the sixes. I go with the Carmine sixes number two. Realistically, you could kind of switch those out as like a 1A, 1B. But yeah, those are my top two. I'd say next up, I would go with I'll say probably the Melo 12s. Just really like the white, the blue, and those chrome hints. I'll go straight to the red Suede 21s. Then I'll go with I'll say the Toro Bravos with the black laces only. So yeah, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dogs are barking. Can't stop that. I'm in the living room, so I don't really have a quiet environment. I know the basement would have worked, but then again, I wouldn't want to take all these shoes down there, record the video, and put them back. I say next up, I would probably go with the black taxis, then the Chicago 2s. Then I'll go with the Wolf Grays, UNC 6s, say black UNC 13s, and then last two would be between the UNC lows and the black cats. Let me see. I don't really know. I think I'll just go UNC 2 black cats because it's all black shoe. Yeah, that's kind of my rankings. I'll tell my